on this question here, you have three unlike denominators. You have to have a common denominator in order to add them or solve the equation. This has an x, this has a 2x, and this has a 6. So basically, to make them common, this one over here needs a 2 and a 3. This one needs a 3, and this one needs an x. So what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So we're going to have multiply the first one by, well, we're going to multiply every one by 6x. So 6x times 1 over x, that's going to turn into just plain 6. Plus 6x times 1 over 2x is just going to turn into plain 3. And the last one, 6x times 1 over 6 is just going to turn into x. And then you can just do the math here. You get 9 equals x. Then you do a check. Equals 1 over 9, which is x, plus 1 over 2 times 9, which is 18. And is that equal to 6? Since 1/9 is equal to 2/18, and 2/18 and 1/18 is 3/18 equals 6. Check. For the next question, there are two fractions equal to each other, so you can cross multiply. You get n times n plus 4 equals 2n n minus 4. Once you cross multiply, you could divide out an n right away. That'd probably be the easiest way to do it. Let's do it that way. Let's divide everything by n. And you got n plus 4 equals 2n minus 4. So now we got n plus 4. We're going to distribute the 2. 2n minus 8.
Do the ends cancel out?
No, well, you're going to subtract the n. The n's cancel here, yeah. So you're going to subtract the n away here and add 8 at the same time. And you're going to get 12 equals n. So n equals 12. Because 2n minus n is n. So now you got to check it. If I put a 12 in for n, I get 12 over 12 minus 4. That equals to 2 times 12 times 12 plus 4. Do the math on it. We get 12 over 8. That equals to 24 over 14. And 16. 16, and then if we reduce by 2, you get 12 over 8. Just check. So n equals 12. 13 is a little bit different. You got to remember that m squared minus 16 is really m minus 4 m plus 4. So you're going to multiply everything by m minus 4 m plus 4. When you do the first one, when you do the first fraction, 1 over m minus 4, these are going to cancel, and you're going to be left with m plus 4. You're going to do the same thing for the second one, and the m plus 4 is going to cancel, and you're going to be left with m minus 4. So if I multiply this by m plus 4, m minus 4, these cancel, and you're left with m minus 4. Then the last one doesn't get, has the m plus 4, m minus 4 already. We just need the 8. Once you do that, m's added together are 2m, 4 subtract, sorry, 2m equals 8, because the 4's go away. So m equals 4, which is great. However, it's not going to check. We go to our check, we're left with 1 over 4 minus 4, and right there, you get 1 over 0, and that's no solution. Doesn't matter what else happens, that's no solution, so it doesn't check. Okay, looking at 19, we're going to cross multiply again and get 4 equals b times b minus 3. This is going to produce a quadratic. However, you might be able to, well, no. So we're going to distribute and get b squared minus 3b. Okay, so it is a quadratic. You got a linear term here. You got a constant term over here. So you have to solve it with like a quadratic. Let's bring the 4 over by subtraction. Once you bring that over, you can solve it by factoring. 0. Since there's a 1 in front of b, you do factors of -4 that add up to -3. So that's going to be 4 and 1, and the 4 has to be negative. Okay, then you're going to set each one of these equal to 0. You get b equals 4 here, and you get the b plus 1 equals 0 is going to get you b equals -1. So you have b equals 4 and b equals -1. And I don't see a problem up here. If it was 3, we'd have an issue. But let's see if it checks. 1 over, we're going to check each one. We're going to check 4. 1 over 4 minus 3, is that equal to 4 over 4? And that does check. We get 1 over 1 equals to 1 over 1. 1 checks. Okay, and then let's try the -1. We got 1 over -1 minus 3 equals -1 over 4. And this one you get 1 over -4 equal to, well, -1 over 4. Those are the same things, and that one also checks. So the answer to that was b equals 4 and b equals -1, because they both check. So we have, suppose the Williams Spring Water Company has 2 machines that bottle spring water. Machine X fills bottles twice as fast as machine Y. Okay. Working together, it takes 20 minutes to fill 450 bottles. How much longer would it take each machine working alone to fill 450 bottles? So this one we got to work backwards. So this was a little tricky. We learned today that if you take the total time it takes divided by the rate plus the total time by the rate, that equals rate 1 and rate 2. That equals the whole job being completed. So, but they do this backwards. They tell us that we know the time is 20 minutes. We don't know the first rate, but we do know that the second rate is worth 2r. And that's going to equal the whole thing done. So we got to figure out how long it will take for the rates here. So we still need to get a common denominator of 2r, it looks like. Yep. So this needs a 2. This doesn't need anything, and this needs a 2r. To get a common denominator of 2r everywhere. So 2 here, 2r over 2r. So when we do that, the 2's cancel, and we get... I'm sorry, that's not right. This needs a 2, so this is 40 plus 20 equals 2r. 40 plus 20 is 60. 2r, so 2r is 60. So we know rate 2 because it says it's twice as fast, and r equals 30. So it would take 60 minutes and 30 minutes if they worked on their own. They worked on their own. Okay. Looking at the next one. Oops, wrong one. Is that regime? Okay, so let's look at this. We don't have an answer yet. Okay, so Joseph likes to walk, Vincent rides his bike. Joseph rides his bike 12. So the rate of Joseph is 12 kilometers faster than the rate of, I'm sorry, the rate of Vincent is 12 kilometers faster than Joseph. Okay. And we'll just say, the rate of Joseph is just r. It's just r. So those are the two rates. So if we use distance, if we use dirt, distance equals rate times time. We start with 20. That's going to be Joseph's walking. So Joseph equals distance equals rate times time. R times T. And then if we do, so this is Vincent. Joseph, we're going to do, I'm sorry, that was Joseph. Can you stop? Because it's kind of hard to concentrate while you're making all these noises. You're starting to sound like Elliot. Alright, let's start this over because certain people are making too much noise. Can't think straight here. For exercise, Joseph likes to walk, Vincent rides his bike. Vincent rides his bike, so Vincent, he rides his bike 12 kilometers faster. So the rate of Vincent is 12 kilometers faster than Joseph's rate. Joseph's rate is going to be R. The distance traveled is going to be 20 for Joseph and 44 for Vincent. The time is going to be the same for both. So if we use these equations here, distance equals rate times time. So for Vincent, distance, 44, equals rate, 12 plus R times T. And for Joseph, distance, 20, equals rate times time. Now, if I solve these two equations for T, I get T equals 44 over 12 plus R. For this one here, I get T equals 20 divided by R. So this gives us what we've been working on all day here, which is two fractions equal to each other. So we have 44 over 12 plus R equal to 20 over R. If we cross multiply, we get 44R equals 20 times 12 is 240 plus 20R. And if we solve for R, subtract 20R from both sides, we're going to get 24R equals 240. So R equals 10, and R plus 12 would equal 22. That looks like it's the correct answer. I have to check it. I'm going to pause here. Let's see.